Hi, folks. Welcome to the Project 2 recording for the INF 1030 Word 1 with Northern Lakes College with Office 365 Word 2016. Again, that's the textbook. I'm starting in on page WD 5859. And again, it's chapter 2, creating a research paper with references and sources. So to get started, you see my mouse there, hit the cart button. You're going to do the quick tab here, Microsoft Word 2016, and it's going to pop open into the welcome dashboard screen. You're going to double click the blank document, and there we go. I always like to kind of kill that navigation pane on the left hand side just because it's, you know, too much for me to look at. I'm going to get rid of my picture here so you can see the full screen of what I'm doing, and I'll come back again towards the end of the video. This should take about, I don't know, maybe a half an hour to get through this video to finish project 2. So, without any further delay, here we go. I'm flipping the pages, starting on page WD61. First thing they want us to do is, again, turn on the show hide button selected so we can see all the buttons. That symbol says, you know, when you've hit buttons, all these symbols show up. That's what we want to see. And then we are going to click right here. And we don't want it to be normal. We want to right click. We're going to click modify. We're adjusting the font settings for this document only. So we're going to switch the formatting. They want us to switch it to, if we flip the page, WD62, we're going to Times New Roman, which is a pretty standard essay font, size 12, which is, again, standard essay size in terms of what we're looking for. We only wanted to do to this document, and that is all we want to switch in this section. Then we're at the top of page WD63. We're now going to drop here for the spacing. We're going to select double space. And then we're going to click that button again, bottom of page WD63, and we want to click remove space after paragraph. So basically that means when a paragraph's done, there won't be a space. So by doing this initially, your document will be uniform. You don't have to actually hit the buttons on the keyboard to make it all look the same. We're setting it up in what's called formatting instructions off the bat. Now, we'll right click again here on our styles ribbon, and we're going to click update normal to match selection. That was page WD64. And now we're going to insert a header. So that means we're going to insert information right here where I'm moving my mouse. There are two ways to get here. You can just double click the top of the page, or we can do the way the book's asking us to, and we can go to the insert tab, and on the side somewhere here it's going to say header right here. Insert header. We're going to click that, and we're going to list of built-in headers are going to pop up if we click the arrow. And we are going to then click edit header. There, see, we're in the same spot. Now, what the textbook would like us to do is, we're in the design tab. WD66 is asking us to display the home tab, and they want us to flip it to the right side. So we want to align right where we're putting our information. Then asks us to write Carter at the top with a space, and then we're going to actually click under the design button again, page number, top of page, plain number. And if we click this, my mistake, I clicked the wrong spot. Carter, page number, top of page, current position, plain number. There we go, Carter 1. Now we're going to double click outside of the header. So what we've done here is now the last name Carter and the page numbers will automatically update as we go through the document. So that's exactly what we want to create. Page WD68 is just telling us how to exit the header. You just double click out of it, or if you're in it, you just click close header and footer and it'll take you out as well. Again, multiple ways to do the same thing. What we're doing now is we're going to make sure that we're aligned left. We are aligned left. And we're going to copy the text from page WD69. So that's Oswald Calder, Miss Ruiz, English 104, October 10, 2017. And then enter again. Again, I want you to copy exactly what's in the textbook for this project so that you will be submitting an identical document from the textbook. So we're all going to pretend our student names are Oswald Carter and that we're handing this assignment in actually over a year in advance. We're then going to center the title, and this is the bottom of page WD70, and we're going to actually type safely using headphones and earbuds. Press enter again. Page WD71 is, again, a whole bunch of shortcut keys that I do encourage you to learn and experiment with as you become more comfortable with Microsoft Office products. For now, I do suggest you skip this page because it just gets a little bit more complicated unnecessarily at the beginning of the course. What I've done is I've hit enter. I've realigned left. Okay, we are going to move the indentation marker 5 marks. So that means every time you have a new line, it's automatically going to indent for you. You don't have to push the tab button. All paragraphs should be indented half a marker inch, which is what this is showing you on the screen. And that's what I'm moving over here. Now we're going to start typing the top of page WD74. We're typing people often listen to sound from their computers or portable devices through headphones or earbuds, period. There we go. The first line was automatically indented. Then the headphones cover or are placed outside of. If you try to type PEH, it's automatically going to correct itself. Once you push space, it did it for me the first time, but it didn't do it the second time. So if you see the underlined red line, you just got to correct it. The ear, not eat, ear, whereas earbuds rest inside the ear canal. Page WD75 is just giving you examples of how to play with autocorrect. So for example, sometimes a word may be spelt intentionally wrong, so you can change it back to what you wanted it to be. Or words like color is spelt different here in Canada than it is in the United States. So our Word programs here will recognize our Canadian spelling as actually a spelling mistake. Now, page WD76, we're actually looking at going into the backstage view. So we can click File, and then we need to click Options. And what we're doing here is we're actually looking at the section that says Proofing, and we are going to play around with some of these options. So autocorrect options, we have to click, and you'll notice all of these things are going to autocorrect. So if all of this list will automatically correct for you. And we're going to compare with computer. And we're going to add that to our list. And we're going to click OK, and then OK. So what we've done there is we've actually added a word to our autocorrect list. We don't have to add these 3 sentences to the end of the first paragraph. That's page WD 77. With these listening devices, only the individual wearing the device hears the SLULD. Using headphones or earbuds improperly can lead to permanent hearing loss. Items that may protect hearing include quality of these devices and volume levels. Now, sold should be sound. So we're going to right click the red and click sound. And that's asking us to actually leave that improperly unspelled word. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to put it back there. We're just going to follow the book. And the text is entered. Perfect. Now we are looking to have our insertion point. We have to type in another section, and it's on the WD78 is the features of certain headphones and earbuds can help to prevent hearing loss, higher enabling wearers to listen at a lower volume. What we've done here is we've added the next paragraph. So that's the top of page WD78. Now we're coming into our first citation. So what we're going to do, we're going to make sure our pointer is still back here. We're going to click the References tab up at the top. We're going to APA, and we're actually going to slip it down to MLA, 7th edition. And then we're going to do Insert Citation, hit that arrow, the ribbon, and we're going to do Add New Source. Now we're looking at page WD80. We're going to change the book type on page W81, 82. And now we're going to enter footnote reference. So now we're going to reference, insert footnote. And then we are going to, once we've inserted the footnote, notice I put a little 1 here, and then we get this type down here. We have to write Gupta and Padro state that effective we now entered that information there, and then we have to click Insert Citation. And notice that information that we had done previously a couple steps ago is there. So we're going to click it, and look, it added the information there right at the bottom. So that is another citation added on page WD83. On page WD84, we are now going to actually delete this. We're going to insert citation, add new placeholder, and the placeholder we have to enter is called Gupta. We're going to click OK. Now Gupta becomes the placeholder, and now we're going to actually do the way the text looks here in the footnote. So we're going to right click, and we're going to click Style, and we're going to do footnote text. And then we're going to click footnote text, and we're going to click the modify button, and then we're going to go back to change this to 12, and we're going to do double space, and we are going to click format, and we're going to do paragraph, and then we're going to do indentation, first line only. We're going to click OK, and then we're going to click OK, and we're going to click apply. And there, now our document is changed on page WD86 to look just like the textbook. Now we are highlighting this. We're going to click this. We're going to click edit source. So I just left clicked this arrow and then left clicked edit source. And up this screen pops up again, but this time we're going to call it a book. And here we go. We're going to add the author's name differently at a different time. It's going to be Gupta, first Elena, and then MAIA. We're going to click add, and then we're going to click OK. So that's the end of page WD87. And we can do it this way. I'm just going to type it in here. Pedro Abelbert Luis, semicolon. And the title is Hearing Protection Methods. Year is 2017. Orlando. Palm Press. Print. And we're going to click OK. So there, Gupta and Pedro is changed now on the screen. And we're going to click this again. We're going to click Edit Citation this time. And we want to add pages. It says 75 to 78. And we want to click Author and Title. So we want to suppress what shows. So suppress is a fancy word for me. It means not to show it. So it changes just to the pages used. And that's what we need to reference this footnote. That brings us to the end of page WD 89. Now we need to enter more text. So we need to click below the technology, and we got to type here on page WD 90. Number 2, it starts with the volume level of the sound that transmits from textbook showing us right now that we have a word count indicator of 232 words, which is down here at the corner. That's where you're looking. Every time you type a word, it automatically equals up. Now, right there, I click it, you get more specific information, like how many paragraphs or how many characters, so on and so forth. Now we need to enter more text and insert a citation placeholder. So now type the rest of the third paragraph. So 1, 2, 3. So further, listening at a higher volume for extended period of time could be unsafe. One expert suggests people should listen at only 30% maximum. Space, insert citation, add new placeholder, and this time we're going to type Chamberlain and click OK. Then press the period to end the sentence. Now what I need to do is I need to update this placeholder. So again, left click the down arrow, edit source. So we get all of this nice information come up. This one actually comes from, we'll scroll down to find a website. So the author is Chamberlain Megan Lynn. The name of the web page is Understanding How Volume Levels Affect Hearing. The production company is Course Technology. Year accessed is 2017. September is the month and 16th is the day. And then the medium is web. And we can click OK. Now we need to do the final paragraph of the assignment. We are looking at now more and more people are using headphones and earbuds with their computers and portable devices. Using high quality listening devices and lowering the volume can help to lessen potential hearing loss from the use of headphones and earbuds. This is a good time to save our document. We're going to do File, Save, and again, I'm going to save it where I save my stuff for these documents that I'm recording. But you should have a place where you save your stuff so that you can access it later safely, whether it's a memory stick or on your student S drive. 1030, student example work, Oswald Carter essay on hearing devices by Josh Freeze. Give that a save. Pop back here. Now we're at the top of page WD 95, and we are almost done this assignment. So now we have to do a page break. Hold the control button, so the bottom left key on your keyboard, and then push enter, and that automatically brings us to another page. So it says automatically, see what it says page break on the screen? You're going to be right here on the third page there. Now we are looking at, we have to change our first line indentation now because we don't want our works cited page to look that way. And now we're going to center the text. So we're going to hit the Home tab, center on the paragraph ribbon, and type in works cited, enter. We can push Control L to align left, or you can just align left back at the center ribbon. And now we're going to click References, and now we're going to do Bibliography, and we're going to click Insert Bibliography. Now all that information that you work to putting the information in, Microsoft Office is doing your works cited section for you. And this is what I'm looking for because I can see, for example, just by clicking one, see how it all highlights? That means Microsoft Office did the work for you because you put the information in correctly. When you hand in your assignment, if it doesn't highlight like this when I click it, that means that you probably typed it in yourself or there's an error somewhere. Page WD 99, we are now going to modify a source. So what we need to do is we need to click the References tab, and we need to click Manage Sources. And right now we're going to manage this source right here. We're going to click this one here, and we're going to edit. And it brings this stuff up here. And we're going to delete the word and. So this is now just technology trends today. And we are going to click OK. Yes, we're going to update both. Okay, now we're going to click Close. If we click this, we now have to right click the field and say Update Field. Now before I do that, see what it says Technology and Trends Today? If I right click Update Field, Technology Trends Today. It got rid of the word and because we changed it in the source's citation. So that's what I'm looking for to be completed. Again, when marked. We are now looking to cut and paste and editing the document. So we're going to look for the word volume. So there should be the word volume and earbuds up here. So there's volume there. So it's not the volume we're looking for. This should be sound. Control F. We can look for the word volume. Perfect. Look for this volume right there in the citation. And we are looking for to be copied. We're going to Control C. We're going to go find that Chamberlain 30% maximum. Put the word volume in there as well. Find text, I already showed you how to do that. Control F anytime on the screen. So for example, Control F, and you can type in the word the, and it'll find all the thes on the screen. So it's a really handy way to find a specific word. If you're looking for something, you can just do it that way quickly. You'll get to where you need to go fast. That's what find text means. WD 105. Now we're looking for all words WD 104, 105, sorry. We're actually looking to not just navigate on the home section, but we're going to do replace. So we're going to find what? All words that say portable, we're going to replace it with mobile. And we're going to click replace all. And there should be one replacement made. Perfect. That brings us to the top of WD 106, and we're now looking at the word lesson. So let's find the word lesson. So Control F, L-E-S-S-O-N. And we're going to right click lesson, and we're going to do synonyms. That means a word that means the same or similar, and we want to change the word to minimize. There we go, complete. Now we have to go to the review tab, and they want us to click, oh, I already fixed it. It was the sound, and I got to put a space there because there was a red underline there, so that means it's spelt wrong. And Pedro is spelt wrong, but it's spelt correctly because it's the last name, right? So that's another example of what sometimes Microsoft Word will tell us we've spelt something wrong. WD 107 is completed. This is a cool feature in Office 365 finally here. WD 109, if you click headphones, for example, so I believe it's like right at the top, headphones, right click headphones, okay? You do smart lookup. If you click smart lookup, gives you a definition, an encyclopedia entry, images of what, or pictures of what the word might be. It's a really neat feature. So sometimes you can look at, for example, quality. Okay, well, if we do the same thing, smart lookup with quality, well, let's see what quality gives us. Well, it gives us a definition, some more encyclopedia, web searches, you know, it's kind of a cool feature. Now, finally, zooming multiple pages. If we zoom out enough, there you can see all 3 pages, but you also could actually do this. You could do view, you could do multiple pages, so you can see more pages at the same time. Okay, and in view, there's also read mode, so you're just reading. You're not doing anything other than reading. And when you're doing in the view tab, you can do page color inverse, black screen to read with white text. Is a lot less effort on your eyes, so you could read longer. So if that's what you're looking to do, then that's a great strategy. Let's get rid of this. Let's get back to the edit document section. And I'm going to put it back to 1 page because that's how I like it at about the 100 mark. And I'm going to save it. And that is what I'm looking for. That is project 2 completed in, I went over by 6 minutes. Please don't hesitate to contact your instructor on how to get help immediately to get through this project. And looking forward to working through the next project with you. Take care.